Hello guys, welcome to Market Analysis channel. I will be doing analysis on Bitcoin and I want you to observe this analysis closely. This analysis will be pointing out the reason why amateur traders lose money and why professional traders make money. When you look at the chart, I'm zooming out so you can see it very clearly. This is BTC USD, Bitcoin. You can see that towards the 200-day moving average, we have these range bars closing side by side. That means the professional traders are bidding the price and closing it on each week by week. So it means they are not pushing the price down. And on this particular bar, it has a support and closes towards the peak of its range. Then Bitcoin started rising gradually. And from this point, on these two red bar, it make little retracement towards the 200-day moving average before it finally break out on this bar. This is the first breakout on Bitcoin. When this bar break out on this particular week, the second week, another explosive bar confirmed the rally on Bitcoin and Bitcoin break out successfully. So those who are following my analysis on a day-to-day basis will have start trading their order from this point onward when the first breakout occur and will add more to their position on this particular bar when the second breakout occur. Let me draw a line on those breakouts so you can see those areas I'm trying to talk about. From the peak of this red bar forward, that's the first breakout point. I drew the blue line. The second breakout point, it's on this particular peak. The peak around here. Let me now draw it forward as well. That's the second breakout point. So this is entry point 1, why this is entry point 2. That is the safest area to enter this breakout immediately it's occurring. And after that, now look at what happened. Bitcoin continued to rise as it has entered a bull market. Now, it's now forming another sideways pattern. For the past 3 weeks, it has been forming sideways pattern. Let me take up the two entry bar so it will not be too clustered and we won't have too much lines on the chart. The current price now, this particular bar, which is the third week now, we are having about 3 weeks. These two bar are inside bar to this particular bar. They contain within the high and the low of this particular bar, which means they are inside bar, and Bitcoin has been ranging for about 3 weeks now. What I'm trying to point out is this: the amateur traders who miss the first breakout point and the second breakout point, they will now be preparing to take advantage of the third breakout point, which they would like to use as their entry to join the rally in Bitcoin. But the professional traders and the smart money are watching them. They know the amateurs are coming into the market and they don't want them to push the price very high. So there is likely going to be a shakeout. Yes, and the shakeout will push the price of Bitcoin towards the 50-day SMA, the black line. It might happen quickly, it might happen gradually. Sometimes it might happen the way it happens here. It will go gradually and touch the 50-day moving average. And in other cases, it can just drop drastically, one strong bar like this particular bar, and after dropping, the price will continue its rally upward. Let me now try to remind you about history. You know, in market, the more you understand how previous circle and traders trade in the previous in the last in the market history, that's how you use to analyze and follow the current activity. This area that Bitcoin is now in range sideways for about 3 weeks, there is likely going to be a shakeout from that point, the way it is. If you want to use this as a guide, let's now go back to history and see where such moves occur and what really happened onward. Before going back to the history, let me quickly show you some analysis here or just do some previous reminding. When Bitcoin bottom around November 2022, that was when the bear market bottom. It had a rally. The rally was going grudgingly, and now the rally find its way above the 200-day moving average and the 50-day moving average. What this is telling us is that it has crossed to the bullish zone. It's now in buy territory. We now need it to form a breakout. The first breakout couldn't move much and the price drops back. The second breakout, which is on this bar, when price traded towards it, it couldn't continue its rally, and then it now dropped back to the 50-day and 200-day moving average. As from this point onward, it now have a successful breakout, because when it traded towards this previous peak, it break it out successfully, and now it's about one, two, three, four, five, about 5 bars. Each week is closing higher than the previous week. That is in upward rally. So it has now called attention of people, of other traders, that Bitcoin has been in a bull market. Note, why I'm doing this analysis is this sideways trading. It's now like a resting period for the professionals who have come in from the first entry point and the second entry point. They are like taking some break, but the amateurs are watching, trying to come in at that particular price, and the professionals are ready to shake them out before they can have another substantial rally. Let me now move back and show you in history where such thing happened in the past, and we can use that as a guide for what is happening at the moment. Let me zoom in now. The last bull market that happened on Bitcoin, if you've been following me, the last bull market, this was the COVID-19 era. That was what marks the bottom of the bear market, and immediately after that, a bull market started. When you look at this price as well, after its bottom, it keeps rising grudgingly. Then suddenly it creates a small base around this particular point. After the price range a little bit sideways, what happened? It break out on this bar. After the breakout, it called the attention of large number of traders to Bitcoin that, oh, Bitcoin has finally break out. That's around July 2020. Then it quickly starts making inside bars. These are like 2 weeks inside bar. Immediately this inside bar started occurring, the amateur traders are looking at it and they are hoping to gain advantage of the rally. But what they don't understand is that the professionals are going to shake them out back to the 50-day moving average before another substantial rally will take place. Let me now draw a square shape on the shakeout area, and you can see what really happened from there. So when the price keep ranging on this red bar, the price of Bitcoin break out a little bit above the range, the sideways market. And what really happened after that, it couldn't progress, it couldn't close above, it has to cross back below the box and close below the high point. So with that, it's telling us this is a fake out rally, because it could not, this is a fake breakout, false breakout, because the price break out from that particular sideways market and it could not close upward and progress onward. Then the next week it has a little bit upward bar which couldn't move much, and we now have this shakeout bar. This heavy reversal bar now push the price back to around the 50-day moving average underneath it. Then the professional traders have shaken out all the amateurs that are trying to come in at this particular price. They've shaken them out. Most of them will have sold at loss, and now the price has now dropped back to underneath the 50-day moving average. From this particular point, the professionals now had more to their position. When you look at it, the low of this red and this blue mark the lowest price Bitcoin traded before it now starts its upward trend. It's continuing its rally. Let me try to zoom out so you can see it very clearly. Once it gets to this low point, it now starts another rally upward again. And that was now the rally that successful, that pushed Bitcoin upward to the peak before the bull market finally ended around April 2021. Look at it very closely. from this particular shakeout. That was exactly what happened. Why I'm reminding you this is that when we now look at it in history, you can see this area. That's exactly an area which is repeating itself now. And as a guide, we can use this as an advantage so we won't fall for this type of trap as it is happening in real time. Look at it now. The bear market stopped on this bar. It has a slow rally and then the breakout before a slowdown, and then there was a shakeout. After the shakeout, the price reset itself and a breakout happened and Bitcoin started its upward rally. The same thing is happening here now. The bear market stopped at this bottom and then we have a rally grudgingly, a slow rally. After the rally pushed it above the 50-day and the 200-day moving average, then we finally have our breakout on this particular point. After having the breakout, then we are now having this a slow just taking rest. The professionals are taking rest. The amateurs will think they want to like add more to their position and they will want to bring in their order, but the professionals will surely shake them out towards the 50-day moving average. After that, there can now be a successful rally in Bitcoin. So I am trying to just remind you about how history do repeat itself in the financial markets, which you can use as a guide and you won't fall for such trap as it's happening in real time. Guys, if this analysis really help you, like the video, make your comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll come for more analysis next time. Thank you.